Okay, we're going to look at 210-6-53, the shaft support. All right, this one will be a little different. It's got some tangents in here that we're going to use, but if you'll see this part right here, it looks like there's a hole that has a hole inside of it. That is exactly what it is. So there's right here, there's a 1.5-inch diameter hole that goes all the way through the part in both places. See, it says two holes. It also says that there is a C-bore, which stands for counter bore. And a counter bore is basically a hole that has a bottom in it. And usually there's another hole that goes all the way through it after that. So there's a 2-inch diameter hole here that goes 0.5 deep, and then there's another 1.5 through there. Now this is really easy to do in this program. We're just going to use a point. So I'm going to start. Oh, there's a couple other things. Let me look back here real quick. So the first one is 3 inches off the bottom. The whole thing's 7 long. This part right here is easy to figure out. Everybody always asks how tall the part is, but that's from that center point. So you just add that radius up. So 1 or 3 plus 1.62 to get all the way to the top of that. All right, and then this one over here is 1.5 in, and it's midway across there, so it's 1.5 across. So those are all the numbers you need to be able to make the part. So I'm going to start by creating a sketch right here, and I'll right-click normal 2, and I'm going to turn off my right side and my top view. At this point, I shouldn't even need that one. So I'm going to go ahead and sketch this. I'm going to sketch from here down to here, out to here, up, back over here somewhere, and come up to here like this. All right. Then I'll draw an arc here to here, and that looked a little different. I didn't do a 3-part arc, I did a tangent arc, which is great. I want to do a tangent over here on this part side too. This one looks like it's already done, should be, so that's the way I drew it. It was accidental. I usually do 3-point arcs and then do the tangent, but that's okay. We'll go from there, and then we'll start putting dimensions on this thing. So the thing was 7 inches long. 7 was good. Why did it only do that? 7, okay. Let's just go from here. 1.12, 2, and then from here up to the center point, right there was 3, right, and then the radius across here was 1.62. So that finishes that sketch. Go to here, and then we'll just extrude it backwards. And I'm just going to go off the plane. I'll make it go the other way. Instead, it doesn't need to be symmetrical this time because I want to be on this front plane to do stuff anyway. So we'll make that go back to 3 inches. All right. So at this point, I'm going to right-click on here, create a new sketch, and add a point right on that one. And I'll just make sure that it's symmetrical, so it should put it right in the center. Now this one, I'll finish that sketch. This other one, I'm going to right-click here, and you can do view normal to that sketch plane there, and I'm going to move it on there. And I'm going to put a point somewhere here in the middle. I'm going to try to get close, but I do know that I had to go up 0.5 or 1.5. And I had to go in 1.5 to find where that center point is. All right, click this here. So now when I go to the hole command, I'm going to click on hole. Now I know that this is that's going to have a counter bore on it, right? So it changes the way things are. So you can see in this graphic right here that there's a diameter across there. So that diameter, oh, it's not metric. That diameter is going to be 2 inches. And the depth of it tells you how deep it is. We know that was going to be 0.5. All right, that's 0.5. The hole going through was 1.5. All right, so that's how that goes. And then I should be able to click this and you'll see that it puts that exact hole in there. And I can do it here too. And it puts both of them in at the same time. So I've got 2 holes like that. So I did them both in the same command. Which is going to make this better because when I go here, right click now, and I go to make my part. I like using the B there, so we'll do our 4 standard views, and right click here, and I'm going to show those. I don't think there's going to be any tangents on these 2 views. You could do this, click that, show you hidden tangents. Or hide the tangents, show your hidden lines. You see the hidden lines right here, what the counterbore looks like from the inside. So these hidden lines show you what the inside, how the counterbore only goes down ½ inch. Right click on this one, tangent lines hidden, show my hidden lines, and you see the same thing with the counterbores on both of those. On your right side view, this one looks kind of close. I'm going to grab this and just kind of move it out of the way a little bit. Alright, so I almost always start with doing center marks on all of this stuff. There and there. I'll do both of those so I get that goes all the way through the part. I do this one and I do this one. I like the way that looks, so I'm going to go back up here and do that too. So that adds that center line through there. That makes it come off the part, and you know that they both have the same exact center point, which is what ideally makes them the part we're looking for anyway, counterbore. And I'm going to do one that's from here to the center point. Put this here. Alright, figure this one out. 2 decimal places there. I am going to go ahead and do a dimension and put this radius on here, so that covers that. I would like to put one on here that tells us what the width of the part is. So there's the width of the part. Now we got to come up here to this one. This is an interesting one because we need to tell everyone where they're putting it. And even though we didn't have the dimension to do it, you can know that it is centered on there. It's just inherently if the dimension wasn't there. But I'm going to put it in here anyway because when I made the center point, I needed to know both those dimensions to do that. This one was on the center point of that one, but this one I had to put 2 dimensions in to do it. So I'm going to go ahead and make sure I get that right. Now I'm going to use this whole command right here, and I'm going to click this right here. And do you see how this works? It tells us right here that this is a 1 inch diameter hole that goes through. The counterbore is 2 inches. It goes 0.5 deep. I'm going to double click here, and below this right here, I'm going to put 2 braces. Oops, I want all caps on the drawing. It's all caps. And then, so now we've done that. So now our part's done. That was easy enough. It took a little bit longer than the other ones we've done, but you know, the class does get harder and harder as we go. So this was a shaft support, and the part number was, oh, I don't like where that is positioned. I'll fix that. Yours was fine. It's fine. You can even leave it there. It's absolutely fine. 210-6-53. You can leave it there if you want, but it's not a shaft support. It's just shaft support. All right, that's good. All right. So now we shall double click, resume the extents, click submit right there, and we'll move on to the next thing.